So now that we have seen a single if statement, it's time to see how we can add additional statements to this. So let's say, for example, we keep this line right here, and then we can say else, meaning that if this is not true, then we will check, or not check, we will go execute the statements in the if else statement. So we'll say print else printed, and then we'll remove this, and we will execute this code, and then we see now else is printed, meaning that if this is not true, then this will be printed, but if we add a new value to our list right here, then this expression should evaluate to true because it is either equal to length of tree or above, and certainly it is the length of tree because we have 3 values. So now the 2 statements right here got executed and this didn't. So you can change or construct if statements and control what part of your code get executed based on different events that occurs in your code. You can also have multiple checks, such that you can say if, meaning that this is basically a new if statement added to your old if statement. So we will say length of the list and say equals to 4, and then we will change this to 3, and we will put an else on, and we will move this right here, and then we will say length of list is 4, and then we say length of list is 3. So now we have multiple if statements. We have the first if statement saying that if the length is equals to 3, then execute this code, this line right here. Else if, meaning that we will evaluate upon this statement saying that if the length of the list is equals to 5 or 4, then execute this statement. And if none of these are true, go down and execute this in the else statement. So if we try to execute this, then we see the length of the list is 3, and if I add a new value, new, now the length of the list is 4. So we are seeing that the length of the list is 4 because now this is true and this is false. And if we remove these two, meaning that none of these can be true, then we should see that this is executed. And as you see right here, this is now executed. So this is how you can play with different statements and control which statements are executed in your code based on evaluating whether a given statement is true or false. Now in the assignment for this section we will be playing with both for loop, while loop and if statements, such that we can get a better understanding of how these can work together. See you in the assignment.